Hi. Let me ask you a question. How many of you guys watching this video have played Alter for more than 5 games this week? If you said you...
Lying is a sin, and you will be punished.
Baby oil?
No, but seriously, if you're not lying, congratulations! You're part of the 0.6% of players who actually do play her. I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of, but I asked you guys what you thought of Alter, and most of the replies featured one word. Decent. Now, I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. Look at this idiot. But rather to politely but forcefully dismantle your argument in a one-sided and hyper-biased video presentation. Sound fair? So this week, I asked myself, why is Alter bad? And, well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Why do I do this to myself?
Yoink.
Damn, Loba, you're so helpful.
Ah, quite seer, my dear boy. Her back really do be packing. So that's what I need to do to be useful. Hey boys, watch this.
Girl, you better get the f out of here before I—
Like, seriously, what does looting death boxes have to do with Alter's character at all? In theory, the ability isn't that bad. A free piece of loot of your choice from any death box? Well, that sounds like nothing but pure profit to me, baby. Invest in Alter right now. And here's the thing, it's not bad in the sense of the ability itself being useless. It's more that it's very underwhelming. In all of the trailers, Alter is shown to us as some kind of giga villain in the Apex universe, with a grand scheme of enacting her delightfully devilish plan on the Outlands and us as players. In the game, however, she can do this.
Who am I? I'm the one who's...
Occasionally steals a standard stock from your death box. Sorry about that. From my week of playing Alter, I barely found myself using her passive at all. In the early game, you're almost always too busy finding a weapon and fighting off the hordes of dribbling 3 stacks holding hands and running you down.
These bizarre-looking predators.
And if you manage to survive that, you'll probably have the loot you need from their death boxes anyway. Even if you do end up using it because you have no loot, when you take something from a box, it leaves a trail right to where you are so that whoever sees it can run at you and commit war crimes on your death box for stealing their 2 shield cells. I can see why lower skill players might enjoy her passive though, because the feeling of stealing a purple helmet from a death box probably makes them all giggly and happy that they just outplayed their opponent.
Dude, he's been doing this for 15 minutes. Can we please push someone?
Nah, chill, bro. He said he's taking a shit. He'll be back soon.
Oh, I swear it's always me with these random teammates. Like, come on. Oh.
I just haven't touched a woman in my life. Like, please.
Sounds like my time to shine, baby.
On my big mouth.
What the f was that?
You were here this whole time?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those tactical abilities that sounds really cool. And when you think about Alter, it seems like you're gonna have a good time with loads of insane portals and outplay moments. Here, watch this, guys. Insane tech. I got stuck. But in reality, it actually has so many problems. Problem 1. It takes so awkwardly long to use that if you're not using it before a fight, then you're probably going to take massive damage while casting it. Oh, well, Q, it takes so long! It's kind of like a Wraith phase, except much shorter and enemies can follow you through it. Or as Gabby says, she's like Wraith, but wall. And with how reliant it is on objects like walls, buildings, or cover, it's only useful in very particular fights and is not a reliable option in every fight, unlike some other abilities. Problem 2. If you want to take height, you can, slowly, and sometimes your portal just won't drop you a string to go up, so that's cool. Problem 3. Now you can kidnap people,
Roger that, all units, we got him.
And even though it sounds gimmicky, this is actually one of the most useful and fun things you can do with her tactical. The only problem is that the range on using her Q is so small that sometimes when you want to make a kidnap play, you're not allowed, because that'd be too powerful, I guess. Problem 4. 30-second cooldown. Did that silence feel long for you? Now imagine that 9 times over. That's how long it takes an alter Q to be ready. Sure, you can shave off 10 seconds with the purple upgrade and 5 more seconds with a gold helmet, which allows you to essentially have a portal up all the time, but even that feels slow. For a character like Alter, who loves to be so unpredictable, I feel like having 2 portals wouldn't be that bad. I mean, maybe last season I'd have questions about it being OP, but now we know that anything goes. Literally anything. Just give her another portal charge, man. Or maybe that would be too strong. I mean, she can scan care packages after all. Problem 5. I touched on it already, but this ability is so situational that it's only useful in about half of your fights. Maybe even less. The best way I can describe this ability is that it feels like if Catalyst's passive was her tactical. Sure, it's useful, but only in very specific moments. Ironically, both of them are pretty much only useful on doors. Whoa! 3 seconds. Yeah, thank you. So, fuck doors, am I right? All my homies hate doors, big up the sliding gate gang, and all of that leaves me with one part of her kit left to talk about. Alter's ultimate. Well, it's... hang on 1 minute. Howdy! Alter's ultimate might actually save her from being the worst legend in the game. I actually don't mind it. And as so eloquently said by this dude with a roll of sellotape for a profile picture, ultimate can be great for a bailout option in a hairy fight. It does still, however, have a couple of problems. Last season when the game was balanced, I actually think Alter's ult was really underused and a good ability for resets and team grouping. Unfortunately though, we now have these lovely legends. And when every single team can res in 0.2 seconds, drag you to Narnia and pump you for the god knows only what without your consent in a matter of moments. Oh, yeah, I'm dead then. I'm going back to my ult. Oh, I'm not. This ability suddenly becomes much less valuable. Please stop pumping your fluids into my arse, Lifeline. It's going up his arse, bro. Now this in itself might seem like a big enough issue, but there's still the other tiny little issue that there are a bunch of players who still don't know how this ultimate works 2 seasons after she got released. If you res him, I'm gonna run forward and use my ult so you can teleport to me, okay?
Your legend, I never used it. I mean, I don't understand it. I need time to...
Oh, I can do my thing! Oh, insane value. Insane value. I'm glad my teammates used it too, so they got all the value from it too. And if you're wondering why that is, let me explain. Alter launched right when a long-time fan-favorite mode was brought back to Apex. Solos. With the launch of a new legend and solos, most players trying Alter for the first time were using her in a solos experience, in which you basically never needed to use her ult, since its main usage was supposed to be team-based. Most players were trying her out in solos, running around, doing a few funny portals, and dying, before eventually switching back to their mains long before solos was removed, and never tried her again. Alter was definitely an okay solos legend, since fights were much different and the consequences of using her abilities and tactical played out in a totally different way to regular trios, which is why I think so many players still have it in their minds that she's actually not that bad. That, and the fact that most people saying this haven't actually played her in a long time. Point proven. So, with all of this whining and crying about a goth girl that I'd never have a chance of showing my immaculate Riz to in real life, how do we fix her? Now, I'm no developer, but if I had a free shot of fixing Alter, these would be my personal ideas and suggestions. Rework her kit. This could mean giving Alta an extra charge to her Q to allow for more unpredictability, making it so only Alta and her team can use her tactical portals, stopping enemies from chasing her, giving a longer range to allow for more kidnapping potential, giving Alta an entirely different tactical. She literally has a giant third arm, not everyone knows what that's like. Maybe working her current tactical into a passive ability, similar to Catalyst, potentially reworking her ultimate entirely to be a more aggressive skirmisher style ability. In conclusion, I totally get why the devs would have a hard time balancing a character like this, so please don't go pointing the fingers at them, especially if you've never developed a character in your life. For me personally, I don't really care. I mean, she's just pixels on a screen in a game that I can easily select other pixels on the screen that make me much happier. Check out the video on screen for some more brain rotting Season 23 content, and click the subscribe pixels on the screen in the next 5 seconds for some majestic moaning. That's enough now. I'm done.